Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Tabmock99. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm doing this as a live stream, so I'm very excited to talk to you about today's topic. Well, I'll let Adele tell us what it is.
Rumor has it.
Thanks, Adele. That's right. Today we're going to be talking about all the different rumors that Mortal Kombat has had over the years. Things that the Mortal Kombat team has taken and decided to turn them into reality. But before we do, I also have some very exciting news. I actually have a sponsor. That's right. And I'm very proud to announce it's Dubby Energy Drink. Be better. I went on their website, www.wgg. I looked into their ingredients, and I'm very excited to say that they've got this patented formula called Neurofactor. It's sugar-free, but it is natural. No chemicals, no artificial ingredients. Everything comes from the coffee cherry or the coffee plant, so I looked into it. Awesome stuff. They have lots of different flavors. The one that I'm putting on the screen right now is the Dragonade, because of course it ties better into the Mortal Kombat. And if you go to their website and use combat code TABMOCK, you'll get 10% off your order. So, if you guys can go ahead and check them out and support them as a way of saying thank you for sponsoring TABMOCK, that would be awesome. Alright, so, on to the topic at hand. All the different rumors that the Mortal Kombat team has taken over the years and turned them into reality. Well, the very first one actually goes back to MK1, the original MK1, not the one from the background behind me, with Reptile. So here's this awesome thing. Oh, yes, I do want to say hi to the chat. Hi, thank you for confirming the sound check. Thank you very much. And hello, Johnny. So yeah, Reptile was created as a fusion of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Now, we've talked about Reptile's origin in previous videos, but what we haven't talked about is the fact that after his debut in MK1 as a hidden character, fans were making rumors that he was a playable character, that you could unlock Reptile and play as him. So they actually did that for Mortal Kombat 2. They actually made Reptile. They put him right there on the roster. There was no secret tricks. There was no hidden things. Now, of course, they didn't make him a fusion of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I mean, that wouldn't be a good character to play as. Otherwise, there'd be no reason to play as Scorpion, or Sub-Zero for that matter. So they made Reptile a full-fledged character in his own right. But the reason why they did that is in large part due to the rumors, which signified fan demand. You know, fans were letting them know, hey, we want to play as Reptile, and we're spreading rumors that you can do it. So I thought that was a really cool introduction. And that's right, that is a Dragon Ball Z reference in that picture, that fusion dance. I love that meme. I've even got that on a t-shirt somewhere. Anyway, the next one also comes from MK1. They didn't make this one true in MK...
Firing my laser!
That's right, he's firing his laser. Yes, welcome, MK Universe. Welcome to the chat. So the next rumor I'm going to talk about is Kano's eye laser. This is one of those things that fans said it could happen, and there's even this fake pic. This was made way back in the 90s, and I'll show you something else. This is a magazine that I got from the 90s too, the Mortal Kombat 3 Collector's Book. If we open it up here, I'll show you. Let me zoom in. Okay, so the interviewer said, I understand that a lot of the modifications, fatalities, and hidden tricks were suggestions from the internet. John Tobias says, it's almost like a mythology. There's a story that we create, but then there's this mythology. And Ed Boon says, of lies. And John's like, you call it lies, I'll call it myths. Kids fabricate, and it's incredible. The first time I heard the Kano I-beam thing, I heard it from Ed. Some kid said something about an I-beam, and then weeks later, I heard from a friend of mine's younger brother, yeah, I did the I-beam. Yes, I did. And I'm arguing with this kid. It's just incredible how this stuff spreads. Not just through the Chicagoland area, but all it takes is for someone in Chicago to put it on the net, and then everybody else thinks it's true. So I thought that was a really cool one. That's one of my favorite ones because they implemented it, not in MK2, obviously, because Kano wasn't a hidden character, or he wasn't a character at all, but in MK3, as soon as he returned, bam, his I-beam is a move. So let's look at the next one. Animalities. I mean, hey, we've talked about the Animalities before in this channel. I went really in-depth, and I showed you the behind-the-scenes footage of all the actual animals, so I'm not going to dwell on the point too much. But yes, Realmcast, thank you very much for being here on my live stream. It's always a pleasure for me to be on yours as well. Guys, I've been on past episodes of the Realmcast, so make sure you check them out and subscribe if you're not already. So yeah, Animalities were another one of those famous rumors. You know, everyone swore up and down that Sub-Zero could turn into a polar bear, and lo and behold, that's what he does in the next MK game. Of course, where would we be without the hidden character Ermac? Let me show you this. This is a fake pic they made of a hidden Ermac way back in the MK1 days. And it wasn't just an MK1. They've made them for Mortal Kombat 2. So you can see here he's got like his MK2 ninja costume. They did that for MK3. And I think this was made before Ultimate MK3 came out because he's wearing his MK2 ninja costume. But anyway, it's just amazing how these rumors of a red ninja ran rampant. Now, we've talked about this before in this channel. I've showed you the audit screen. I've showed you the EGM magazine that detailed Ermac. So I don't want to go over it too much more, other than to say Ermac was a widespread rumor. He was not a glitch. There was not a glitch where Scorpion could turn red. That was the rumor. But they did make Ermac a full-fledged character in his own right. They also made a red version of Scorpion, an actual skin in MK4. So they kind of used that rumor, and they got a lot of mileage out of it. Another very similar rumor to Ermac was Skarlet. Let me show you this one. How should I do this? All right, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this one first. Way back in the day, Bezo and I made a cartoon called Chinese Ninja Food. It was actually a special feature in our Conquest of the Kamidogu series. And Skarlet was the character that we used as the waitress. And there's even this little gag at the end about how she's a fake because she gave Johnny Cage a fake number. So yeah, we had a lot of fun with this. Not everybody got it. Not everybody knew who Skarlet was, but there was a rumor back in the day. The rumor that I remember the best was that she could turn, like, you could play as Katana and a glitch would turn her red. Of course, that wasn't true. It's not true with Ermac either. But there were people who had no idea about any of this. And I got some comments on that video. I'm going to share them with you here. Oh, and I do want to give a shout out to MNSZ from Argentina. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and show you those comments. Wow, it's amazing how this guy predicts a character 4 years before it really appears as an official character. And then that was EdFan10. And then Shadowheat 2008 says Skarlet in 2007, but she appears in MK9 in 2013. Oh my God, they saw the future. So it's really funny how if you're not aware of the rumor of Skarlet, you just take her debut in MK9 at face value. It's crazy to see how did we manage to get her into a cartoon. But she was a rumor, and I'll show you this. Here is a fact. This is on GameFAQs. It was made by Sir Galahad, but look at this. First edition was in 1994, and it was updated in 1996. So this is insane to me, but this shows you how far back the Skarlet rumor goes. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, looking at the bottom. Rumors. They suck, don't they? Well, now that everything about Mortal Kombat 2 has been discovered, it's cool to look back at what we all believed was true. Skarlet. To fight Skarlet, you must be on the Living Forest stage. When you defeat your opponent, be in front of the center forward tree as soon as finish him or finish her appears. When the tree roars, do this. High punch, high kick, low punch, low kick, block up. So yeah, that's a funny rumor. I could see where people would say it sucks. It does suck to get taken in for these rumors. Yes, Red Robin. That's right. That was another nickname given to the Red Ninja. The more famous one was Ermac, but Red Robin was a thing. I've even seen people do create a fighter in MK Armageddon. So I love seeing the Red Robin things that people made. All right, so going back to Skarlet for a second. There was this. This was made by Mr. Devin Sagoon. He posted it to his DeviantArt account. It was just a bio of Skarlet, but I really liked it. I thought it was cool. It says, Skarlet is an assassin fueled by the blood of her unfortunate victims. Her extraordinary power makes her a high rank in Shao Kahn's army, and thus she's able to take on the most challenging of tasks. Skarlet now wanders the outworld seeking a heating battle to satisfy her unquenchable bloodlust. So, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, you did make it. Comblocks, welcome to the stream. Also, Reptile, welcome to the stream. Glad you could do it. Glad you got a break from work. I know with the schedule, it's a little iffy. Not everybody can make it at every time, but I'm glad you're here. And you're just in time for me to talk about the next rumor. Lone Wolf. Rain, that's right. Okay, I didn't talk about Rain because he's not really a rumor so much as a gag character started by the team, started by Ed, since he loved Prince so much. So that's kind of why I didn't make a section here for Rain. But I did do this, not for any more characters, but for stages. And I'm going to start with the Deadpool. there was a huge rumor going back in the day that you could uppercut characters onto the chains in the Deadpool and impale them that way. It never happened. It was never a thing. It was also in this strategy guide. Let me show you that. The hooks fatality. It said that you can do a new type of fatality on the Deadpool stage. Supposedly, you can uppercut the enemy onto the hooks where they'll be impaled. Well, that was never a thing, but they did make it real in MK Shaolin Monks, and you could actually uppercut mostly the putrid corpses right there onto the hooks. And that was so cool. Oh, hey, Juno Reactor, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. You're just in time for me to talk about the next stage, which is the Living Forest. This was made by Mr. Mortal, posted back in the 90s before it was ever a thing. Of course, you couldn't actually uppercut your opponent into a tree and have the tree eat you. That was never the case. All they did, they were just background material. All they did was roar. But look what they said. Here's a strategy guide with a different take on this. All those moving trees in the background put a scary face on the action, but they aren't interactive. Or are they? Some say you can uppercut the victim into the gaping jaws of a tree where they'll be devoured with a slurp. And of course, in Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, that was actually a thing. Oh, I just see your chat about that now, Lone Wolf. Yeah, that was actually the next topic. That was actually a thing. They made that real in MK Shaolin Monks. And you might remember that vignette trailer for MK9. Those who, I don't remember the exact quote, but those who die in the forest become the forest. Something along those lines. All right, so that was a good one. I really enjoy seeing the background stages, but we're not done yet. The next one is kind of a sensitive topic, so I have to give you a trigger warning. If you're going to be triggered by the topic of suicide, then don't watch what's about to come next. So back in the day, there was a strategy guide for MK3 Arcade Secrets. Let me zoom in. Yes. Rumors. Like the first two MKs, expect to hear 100 or 200 rumors floating around. Here's just a sample of some that have surfaced through the internet. Suicides. I actually heard this at the Acme show. Supposedly, you can kill yourself before your opponent does. I also heard there might be a way for you to kill both you and your opponent to making a losing battle, or for you to have a draw. So, oh, that's right, the Deadpool hooks fatality did come back in MK11. Good point. They made it real for the first time in Shaolin Monks, but once it's been established as a real thing, it was here to stay. So back to the suicide thing. I will show you some fake pictures that I got from the internet. These are insane to me because they actually made custom ones for each character. So here's Scorpion impaling himself on a spear. Here's Kano ripping out his own heart. Here's Sub-Zero. It's not an ice-based one, which they probably should have made one, but they made him hanging himself on the rope. So I guess that's like a background stage kind of a thing. Here's Liu Kang setting himself on fire. And then there's Stryker using his gun to blow his head off. And I don't know who that other character is. Freak. I've never seen him in any other pictures. I don't know any lore behind him. Somebody just took MK3 Sub-Zero and changed him up a little bit. But yes, that's right. So Comblocks, you took the words right out of my mouth. When they made Mortal Kombat Deception and they introduced Hara-Kiris, it really seems like it came straight from these rumors. I mean, you saw what it said in the strategy guide. It's basically, that's exactly how they work. Same thing. So here's one that I really like. And this is actually not a specific character, and it's not really a stage or a move or anything like that. This is actually a bit of lore. There was some lore that was rumored to be the case, and they actually made it real. So you guys might know what I'm talking about. Classic Sub-Zero is Noob Saibot. Well, they gave him a name when eventually, Bihan. But before that, it was rumored, based on MK1 Sub-Zero dying and going to the NetherRealm and becoming a Wraith. He was renamed Noob Saibot. The idea that Classic Sub-Zero, as he was known then, was the same person as Noob Saibot was just a fan rumor. And there were other rumors about Classic Sub-Zero's secret identity. There were people saying, oh, I know, maybe he's Johnny Cage or maybe he's Raiden. But it was the Noob Saibot one that actually made the most sense. And not everybody was on board with this when it was just a rumor. People were thinking it's weird to have two different characters actually turn out to be the same. But I really liked it. In Mortal Kombat Deception, in Sub-Zero's ending, they revealed this to be the case. And, oh man, was that just amazing or what? it actually answered a lot of questions. Like, if Sub-Zero went into the NetherRealm in Mortal Kombat Mythologies and he encountered the Brothers of the Shadow, why did he never encounter Noob Saibot? And this actually explains it perfectly. Oh, because Noob Saibot didn't exist yet. Because that Sub-Zero would die, not make it, not reform himself, not reform his evil ways, end up in the NetherRealm after death, where he becomes Quan Chi's slave forever. Tragic ending, tragic backstory. It was rumored before MK Deception made it canon. So I thought that was absolutely incredible, the way that they wove that in. And again, this is one of those things where not everybody realizes that that was a rumor. Not everybody knew about that beforehand. They just kind of took it at face value. But it was. There were whispers of this on the internet. And Nightfall Gaming says, I must admit I had no idea who his true identity was until Deception's ending. Well, yeah, nobody did. That was the first time that Midway revealed it. And they did that based on a fan rumor. They decided, you know what? Let's take that fan rumor and run with it. All right, so here's the next one, guys. Cyber Reptile. This is, again, another fan-made pick going back to the 90s. They even made like a little friendship for him where he shoots confetti. I know, it's not the best pick. There's no background. There's no text. There's no friendship. I probably could have made a better one than this, but I decided to leave this as it is. I wanted to show you the kind of stuff that was around in the 1990s. So, yeah, Cyber Reptile. Now you're thinking, well, come on. How is that a rumor that they turned reality? Don't forget, in the Mortal Kombat 9 Challenge Tower, there was a stage where you could fight against Cyber Reptile. They actually wove that in. Now, it wasn't canon. It was more of just a what if. But, hey, if Reptile gets abducted by the Lin Kuei and turned into a cyber, that's what will happen. So I thought that was really cool, actually. And is that more of a rumor turned reality, or is that just kind of a coincidence? Did the NetherRealm team think of the same thing that some of the fans had done back in the 90s? I don't know. You tell me. You let me know. All right, this next one is a little controversial, but it's the reason why I'm wearing this t-shirt. I've got Scorpion and Sub-Zero, this Outcast t-shirt. Check this out. This is a comment that I got from Tybell6181 on a comment I made about Mortal Kombat facts that everyone gets wrong. That was a video I did a few years back. And his comment was, the one I hear the most often from people who don't play is Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers, right? Yeah, this was a really common playground rumor. I heard this as a kid. I heard this back before MK2 was out, certainly before MK3 was out. So I heard this way back when it was only the first 1 or 2 games. And of course, Sub-Zero ended up getting a brother. And of course, Scorpion's ethnicity was later revealed to be Japanese. And then the idea for them to be brothers just became more and more impossible. But look at what they're doing. They are having Fire God Liu Kang literally rewrite history. For the first time, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are going to be brothers. They've taken this rumor, and there was probably no other way to do it other than with a continuity reboot. But my goodness, they did it. They have actually made Scorpion and Sub-Zero being brothers a canon thing. I remember there was a debate for a little while about, well, if Sub-Zero is Bi-Han, then which one is Scorpion? Is Scorpion going to be Hanzo, or is Scorpion going to be Kuai Liang? And there was a lot of debate about which one of those made more sense. And I think it's well known now, it's well established that the MK team has said it on video that it's Kuai Liang, which leads people to wonder, well, then where's Hanzo? But that's not the point. The point is, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers. This long-standing rumor that has existed since before some of you were probably even born is now being made for the first time. Now, just so you know, this is not just some random thing that didn't just come out of nowhere. It's not just like, why in the heck is NetherRealm doing this? This is just carrying on a long tradition of Mortal Kombat Development's team taking rumors and turning them into reality. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. That's pretty much all the ones I have. I do want to give another shout out again to Dubby, the energy drink. Go ahead and order this, guys. It's actually way better than traditional energy drinks. I don't think I explained it well the first time, so let me give that another try. It's not like the jitters that you get with coffee or with Monster or some of the other products that are on the market. Dubby is natural. It has no sugar. It gives you the energy, and it gives you the focus, and it gives you what you need to get through the day, but it doesn't have that jitter effect, and it doesn't have that crash that most of these products do. So again, I can't recommend this highly enough. Go to w.gg, order a case or two today. I'm going to start with Dragonade. That's my recommended flavor because I love Mortal Kombat and I love dragons. But hey, don't just go to the website and order it. Use combat code TABMOC to get 10% off your order. So, guys, I want to thank everyone for being here. I do want to thank W again. It's so great to finally say that I have a sponsor. That is thrilling for me. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Like, what was your favorite rumor turned real that we covered? Are there any other rumors turned real that I might have missed? What rumors would you like to see the Mortal Kombat development team reveal next? Let me know in a comment down below. And of course, subscribe to this channel. You'll get notified every time I make a new video, every time I go live. Hit that notification bell just to make sure you get notified. And I thank you very much to everyone for being here. I'm just looking at the comments. So thanks again for everybody. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Until next time, this is TabMock99 reminding you, don't believe everything you hear.